good. We got a new setup. Hello, welcome. Got this rad little, we'll call it the DAWless setup, D-A-W, LESS, L-E-S-S. Got the tiny keyboard. Little Buddy, we've seen Little Buddy. I don't think we've heard Little Buddy on the pod, though. So we're gonna play Little Buddy. I have this tablet, shout out Amazon. I think it's whatever the Fire or whatever their Amazon tablet is. Got it at Target a couple of years ago. But it's cool because you can like look up YouTube and stuff. Little digital sampler maybe, if you will, which is cool because you got YouTube or whatever, you know. You got a tape machine and a mixer kind of dialing them all together. You have some tapes, headphones if you want to listen on headphones, which is kind of nice because we got that little dude. We got a mic over here, we got a PA, a couple of drums, a kalimba. You can't see over here, but we got an amp, fretless bass. That's a pretty new addition. We got the record player. You guys seen the record player, but you kind of swagged it up. Little Hammond organ over there. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I thought I'd try to play some music. Yeah, dude, that was vibey. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I have more ideas for that setup just while I'm doing it, but that's kind of what's happening right now. I hope you guys like that. It's kind of chill. Maybe take it in a new direction if we can. Ugh, sit down. It's a little early. It's like 7. So sit back and chill. I forgot to set the timer, and I forgot to grab my notebook, but I can kind of see it, and I kind of remember what I put down on there. So we'll see. Maybe it's short, long. I don't know. I think I feel like I played music for a while. Let's chill. It's early in the morning. Just trying to get this forest vibe going. Some nature vibes. Chilling, making some ambient music. I thought that stuff would be kind of cool to record and then maybe chop it up later and sample it. Or do it for some sample packs or something, or just put that with like some scenery or something like that. Some kind of like movie-esque kind of vibes, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm still looking for some stuff to get. I want to get another keyboard that has like an octave button on it. That would be tight. But yeah, right now that's kind of what I got. I don't really have too many small keyboards. I just got a Hammond organ over here that you can't really see. So sick. I was gonna make some videos with that. I've been making a lot of songs. I just dropped like 22 songs with the organ on it yesterday, the day before. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday. I had to ask, but that's all right. Yeah, it's Wednesday. We're making the pod. We get this little DAW set up. I feel like I've been spending like too much time at the computer, just like on my phone and just like screen time, blah, blah, blah. And I was gonna make music, but I can never just like make music because I have to use my computer, and then I get distracted on Discord, and I don't want to go on YouTube, and then, you know, I'm on like Ableton and I have like 100 tracks, and, you know, I don't know. I gotta use the microphones and blah, blah. Sometimes you just want to turn something on and just make some noise, you know? So I kind of got a little setup like that over here, which is fun. I'd be liking that. Get some coffee, shout out some coffee, turn off my mixer, or my teenage engineering thing, because it runs on batteries. I guess you could USB power it, but I like it on batteries. Yeah, lots of fun. I released 4 records. I did the math. 72 songs in 23 days. If October 23 is today, I've released 72 songs since October 4th. So really, that's like 21 days or 20 days. I've released 72 songs. And that's just for one project. So think about that. I have many other projects. I've released a couple of songs throughout the ether of the other projects and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I got Miss Penguin. Come here, Miss Piggy. What are you doing? I'm flying to over here because you look like you're about to go into the abyss of behind the oven, and I don't want you to do that. So I thought I'd come over here and give you some pets. This is Penguin. She's very naughty. She's like 4, almost 4. It's crazy how they grow up. She'll try to drink my coffee. She'll eat anything. She loves it. She baby. Where's the baby? Miss Penguin. Yeah, so, distracted by Penguin because I love Penguin. She's so cute and tiny. And, she's so cute. She's so sweet. And, 4 albums, 72 songs. I think it goes like 9 songs with this thing called the Fall Tape, which is on YouTube. Then I have 11 songs with Paris Butler and Machado Majiga, my buddies in Portland. I flew out to Portland and recorded that record. And it was really just me and Machado and Paris. Paris do a lot of the recording. Shout out Paris. He's got some of the best sounds ever. Good room over there too. You know, you can be as loud as you want. He's got all the instruments you could ever need. Shout out. You know, he's got Nords and C15s and grand pianos and Yamahas and 7 drum sets and multiple rooms, and boys going all out over there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So shout out Paris. We like Paris. He's got really good sounds, and he's just the dopest person. And he sounds so cool. Like, his music is really dope. Far out, avant-garde, classical, but jazz, but modern, but antiques, you know? Just vintage vibes. Yeah. Shout out Paris. And, one time I was smoking some weed with Yuck, the bass god, the bass lord, and we were outside, and, we were just chilling, and we were talking about Machado's music, and Yuck said, oh yeah, he uses a lot of watercolors, and I like that, watercolors, because he does, he's very like, whoosh, it's hard to describe if you haven't listened to his music. It's very cool. But yeah, so Machado played drums, and I played the sampler. Paris was on the keyboard, and he was recording. And then, so it was just really like the three of that kind of set up on the Nord. And then beyond that, we had like, I took the tracks home, and then I like played instruments over that stuff. So there's guitars and basses and my piano and some keyboard tracks, some MIDI stuff, a bunch of slide guitars, some pedal steel, quite the plethora of things and stuff, So some of them are like more minimal, some of them are like in 3/4, some of them are in 7, some of them are in 5, It gets cool in there. It's a nice little record, and there's 11 songs. I think there's like 6 of me and Machado, and then like me playing at home. And then the rest are like me and Machado and Paris playing trio, which is like guitar, Nord, and drums. Very cool, very cool. So check that out. I really like that. I spent a lot of time on that. The concept on that record was like, because it was just so dense, and it was all live, and it was like all one take. And so I had to like make little markers in Ableton, right? Like I would just like, every time the music changed, I would put a little line or say like, okay, next part, and I would just write the changes on the thing, and then just kind of go part by part, like figuring it out, kind of charting it out, I guess. And some of those songs had like, to me, like 10 or 20 changes in there, where I had to like, this part goes to F, and blah blah blah. Yeah, and because we played it all the way through, I felt like I had to do it all the way through. So some of those takes were like take 38 or something, because I was just trying to figure out like what the part was, And the music is so hard. It was just like, I'm trying to keep up, But yeah, and I just wanted it to be good. So shout out to Machado and Paris. Cheers. That record's super cool. That one's also on YouTube and Bandcamp. You could download this for free off of Bandcamp. Yeah, I released this thing called the Koyo tape, Koyo. I don't really remember what that means, but I saw the word and I was like, oh, I like that. I like it. I want to put it as an album. And that has 31 songs, 32 songs, 36 songs, 30-something songs on there. Quite a few songs. So check that out. That's pretty cool. I played all the instruments on that. The concept for that was kind of like more beyond the other stuff that I was doing, where just like sit down, make like 4 or 5 beats, take a break, sit down, make 4 or 5 beats, take a break. And I could say this too about that one and this other one that I released recently. I'm brain farting the name. Oh man. Who it? Oh no, it'll come to me. Whatever the most recent album that I just released. Yeah, that one. And this other one, I tried to use all the samples from this playlist I found of all the songs that J. Dilla ever sampled. So that's the point to that, was like I just been sifting through like 300, 400 songs, and I think, just like trying to find some cool stuff that like resonated with me. And because a lot of them, I was like, man, I don't even know what that dude was doing. It's like you could hear like the song in the song, like that he sampled it. It's like, but how did you do it? It's like I don't know. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Shout out Jay Dilla. It's really cool. It's really cool music, and it's just cool to hear like how he got some of that stuff. I think too, like I've heard like he would just take like kicks, or like he would take out every part that like wasn't the drums, or like he was really getting deep in there on some of those, man. It's like I don't even know how you flip this shit into whatever. Some of them you can hear it and you're like, oh yeah, there it is. But other ones you're like, dude, what? I don't know. So shout out, man. I mean, especially with like the tools that he had back then. I mean, I don't even know if they really even had Pro Tools. I mean, and if they did, it was very primitive. I've used like some earlier versions of Pro Tools, and it's just like, dude, what is this thing? I mean, it basically just like records audio. That's pretty much all you get. And yeah, that's wild. Just think about that. And you only get like 12 seconds of sampling, or yada yada, blah blah blah. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, think about that. When you listen to those, that like I was trying to pay some homage to the GOAT, and I was listening to all the songs that he has sampled. Officially, I guess. I'm sure there's so many that we don't even know about, and songs that we don't even know. What's in there, and I'm sure he wouldn't tell you. So yeah, check that out. See if you can spot the samples. I'll put that playlist in the bio, or in the description of this video, because it's cool. I mean, I think too it was quite the musical education, the anthropological journey. Yeah, like looking through the kind of music, and then like the kind of music that those people listen to, and just absorbing that, and just hearing all the different influences and the culture and the vibe. It's pretty cool. So shout out to that. Yeah, I've been trying to like revisit a lot of like drum break kind of stuff, because I'm trying to learn some new drum beats, because drums are hard, dude. I mean, it's easy to what I mean? It's easy to boots and cats all day. You could do that, no problem. Can you do the shuffle? Can you bossa nova? Can you swing? Can you 6/8? Can you play in all time signatures? Can you, can you play like above like 120? Really good. Can you play dance music? What about house music? What about trap? What about drill? What about Afrobeat? What about Afro-Cuban music? What about Brazilian music? What about funk? Can you play funk? Can you play the blues? There's a lot of stuff to do in the drum set. So yeah, I've been like, listening to some cool beats and some cool stuff that I like lately. And then just trying to like remake the drums and use the drums from like that song, if you know what I mean. So like take a song that I like, I don't know, Sunbeams, Jay Dilla, and you just like take that song, you listen to the drums, and then you like remake the drums, and then you just tap with the drums from that song in your own song. That's a cool like songwriting technique if you've never done that before. Just like take the drums and just like remake the groove, and then like remake your own song to the groove that you like. If you just like the groove, just put different chords, different melodies, maybe even change the tempo a little bit, change the sounds, but like it's the same feel or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like doing that. And I like doing that, and then taking like a song that I like with the groove, and then taking like another song that I like, and then chopping it up, and then I like playing the bass over that. So it's like a song sandwich. It's like these drums from this song, this sample from this other song, rearranged, and then and then I like play over that. And sometimes I even be like deleting that sample at the end, because like the thing that I make is like, well, this is totally different and I like it. And sometimes it's like, man, I want to play to this sample because it's so dope. But yeah, it's been interesting too. I've been on that vibe, like deleting the sample after you make the song. And even same thing with the drum break. Like once I like get the drum break down, it's like, oh, okay, I've heard this a million times because I've like made the beat, And I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. And it gets stuck in my head, and then I'm like, I could probably do it on the drums, or like the Afrobeat one is cool. I've been trying to work on my beatboxing in the sense of like think it, say it, play it. So like if you like you know what I mean? You could do it like that, and I like everything's on the end of two. That's pretty hard. And it's like normally kind of a faster tempo, just like chilling right now, but you get the idea. And yeah, like I just been trying to learn some drum beats, so I'll use like an Afrobeat drum loop, and then like I'll play the drum loop, So that's been fun too. Like trying to just like use these cool grooves and then trying to like remake them like on the computer, and then being like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna play it on the drum set. So that's been a really fun learning tool. If you haven't done that too, that's a good way to kind of like learn your beat, like figure out where the kick drum is and where the snare is and everything. And then if you can loop it and program it on the computer, you pretty much taught yourself how to play it and transcribe it. You wrote it down basically. Can you just like make your arms and legs do it? Think it, say it, play it. That's pretty fun. So yeah, I've been doing that a lot too. That's been like an interesting workflow to try to learn some more drum beats. But yeah, we got a bunch of records out. We got like 72 songs in 4 days. That's pretty cool. We got the organ. We got this Dallas setup going on. We got a little amp yesterday from this mom lady. Shout out, Mom. Karen, you were awesome. It's this thing called a Pearl Tone. It's an amp, it's like, Google it, dude. Good luck. I've tried. You Google the model, you Google the brand name. There's some stuff that pops up, but it's like from Japan, and you can't read any of it because it's in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese, and apparently Japanese is like the hardest language to translate. So Google doesn't even offer. It's just like, okay, thanks, dude. And yeah, so it's just a bunch of whatever. And dude, currency is confusing. Like when you start looking at currency, I had like quite a few issues with that this week. I guess I'm just like American and dumb, and I don't think about like the euro very often. But yeah, just like, and yeah, it's interesting just how like the smallest difference is like there's so many more dollars added to the euro. It's like 800 American and 800 euros, like a difference, quite a big difference. And yeah, like what else? Like the Chinese, like it was like this was like 1,000 yen or something like that. It was like, how many dollars? Oh, like $6. Like how do you convert that? That's such a wild, like, I guess I don't understand currency very well, but yeah, just like the how can it be worth so many? Why are there so many zeros? I don't know. I would struggle with that if I went to other countries. Just like, dude, what? Just give me my money. And I guess your bills like correlate to the thing, but I don't know, dude. I haven't thought about that in a minute. I haven't been to another country for a minute. And normally whenever I go, it's like pretty relative, I guess. But yeah, look at that, $6. But yeah, it was like, I guess it's a pretty cheap amp, but it's like a little solid state amp. Got it for $40, and it's got volume and tone and some tremolo on it. But it's really cool, and it's probably like a 5-inch speaker. It's made before the 80s because it has 100-watt power, which, like, I was Googling, if you didn't know, in 1984, in America, they switched from like 100-ish to like 120, which is the standard now. So it's at least before 1984. So it's at least like freaking like 40 years old, 30 years old. Yeah, 40 something. And that's pretty cool. I like that. I like vintage stuff. But I think it's older than that. I think it's like a 60, maybe a 70. But it's solid state, which is interesting. It's really light. It's like 2 or 3 pounds. It's pretty loud. The tremolo is very unique. That's what I was looking for. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like that little amp. it's going to be at the studio and at some gigs here pretty soon. I'm looking for like a stereo amp, like a stereo rig, like to have this amp and this other amp over here and run them like at the same time, because I think that would be pretty cool tones, if you feel me on that. Get like a tremolo kind of, smaller cone with like a more reverbed out kind of tone. That'd be cool, because the other one doesn't have reverb. It's like modulation and reverb together, but separate. I think that'll be nice. We're gonna try that. I don't know. Just imagining things. So yeah, I feel like we're kind of rambling, but that's okay. That's the point of the podcast, I guess. So yeah, we're just getting some new gear, trying to get some new sounds. I've been thinking about like trying to go in a new direction. And what do I mean by that? I don't really mean like too much by that. I'm gonna try to just straighten up my person a little bit, myself, be a little bit more positive. Trying to like be a little bit more focused, I think. Because I feel like I've been playing grab ass with the music for a while, especially on the gigs. It's like, it's just hard to find players. It's hard to find people. It's hard to get people to learn the tunes. It's like I really, want to be learning some good music, and maybe I need to like start having some rehearsals, some auditions or something to like really get some fine lads in here, get some shit going, take it a little bit more seriously. And, that probably just requires valuing people's time a little bit more. Like, hey, we're gonna have a rehearsal. Here's $100 a person. Let's have like 3 rehearsals and let's like shoot some video and get some nice songs going. Like get some tunes down to where we show up to the game we sound fucking tight. And I don't think it's that like, we're not sounding tight or we're not sounding good, but for me personally, it gets a little stressful, like just kind of just playing with random people every time. And it's not that these people can't hang, because like the musicians are really good, and it's just like, oh, I just need like, maybe for me, just like a little bit more focus, and like just like we could be playing some cooler shit, I think, like if we rehearsed it, But there's only, so much you can do. You're just like, oh, do you know this tune? And yeah, whatever, we could just play the blues, or, it's just like, eh. And then, I don't know, it's like, you never know what kind of instruments are available, and sometimes I gotta play the drums, and it's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite thing ever. I feel like it used to be a little bit more organized. And, yeah. I don't know, that's kind of my thoughts on that. It's just like, I want to have some more scheduled kind of rehearsals, and like really find some sick cats, and really try to take those people to the gig, and maybe have like a roster or something. It's like have like 10 people who I could really count on and really call on, and then they know the tunes, they know the stuff, and they can show up and just kill it, and it's not really a question. And yeah, I think I would appreciate that. I think that would be cool. And yeah, I've also just been like, wanting to like maybe like, I would say like rebrand or something, but like trying to make some newer videos. I can't even remember the last time I made like a video for myself or like a solo thing, or it'd be cool to make some more band kind of videos. I want to do like some organ trio or like some piano kind of stuff, or like, more rock and roll guitar, like fucking like, rad guitar shit. I would love that. Just rock out, just really some heavy stuff, some rock and roll. And yeah, like some Jack White, some JD Simo, some Van Halen kind of vibes maybe, some Alan Holdsworth, some really shreddy kind of shit. Just like fucking, I love that shit. But yeah, it's like, I just wanted to maybe like adventure out on the music sonically a little bit more. And I think I need some videos for that, It's like, here's my album. I think people would like that, but everybody always wants to see the video. And, we finally got the YouTube channel like monetized and going into the abyss of the monetization. So I think that putting some more time into the quality of the editing and, trying to make some like, I don't know, stitched up videos or like some grid kind of stuff. that'd be really cool, I think. And it's like me playing the organ, me playing the piano, me over here playing the drums, the guitar, got me singing, and it's all like in one video. It's all edited and shit. Looks nice. We got a little tripod. I haven't had a tripod in a minute. I had to use crazy glue, and then I used some duct tape. I got this freaking phone holder thing. And now it's like a microphone stand and it's a phone holder. So we out here, we're trying to upgrade. We're trying to get the set a little bit more set. We're trying to get the ham and organ more organing. We got a fretless bass. We out here, dude. We're just like trying to get some instruments, get some cool sounds. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about this, my little keyboard over here, my little keyboard approach to just how to play keyboard, really. It's something really that fancy. Can you hear it? Is it cool? It's pretty loud. It's probably fine. It sounds cool with the microphone. But yeah, like, leave it on this stand over here. It'll be better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I really like trying to play piano super lazy, if that makes any sense. Let's see, let me turn it back on. There you go. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, something like heart-shaped box or something. Like, I know it's only 3 chords, but you really don't have to move that much. So already another thing I really like to do is like just play like 1 or 2 like really cool common tones that could fall between all the chords in your progression. Maybe you only have to move like 1 or 2 notes, like kind of like a counterpoint kind of thing, where you're just barely shifting in contrary motion. But yeah, I like doing like 1 and 5 or 1 and 9 or in this case, just trying to think of notes. Yeah, that's really about it. So yeah, like I'd probably do like what I mean? I said, hey, just wait, yeah. I got that new complaint singing forever in your dinner to that priceless advice, yeah. And I said, hey, and just wait, yeah. I got that new complaint singing, you know what I mean? It's just like kind of the smaller and the closer the better, really. So you don't want to move like a lot. And I think another thing that's really cool to do with the piano is to play kind of like more ambiguous, because I feel like whenever I'm playing the guitar, I'm playing the third, I'm playing the fifth, I'm playing the whatever, I'm playing a lot of notes a lot of times. And on the piano, like, it sounds cool when you just kind of play like, there's no third. And so 1, 5, 1, 9, 5. It's just kind of like, I've heard it described in this way, and for me it's kind of just the rules that I use because it's easy. You either play 1 and 5 or 1 and 7 in the left hand. And in the right hand, you probably want to play like the third, but I'm saying don't play the third, It's like play like the 9 or something. You want to play like the 5. I guess you could play the 6, but... And there's no rules to the shit, but something like this, Yeah, I like putting the major 7 or the 6 like way more up top. I guess, 9's fine up here too. Yeah, I just keeping it more open, more ambiguous. And like before I was saying, I like having more clustery kind of sounds on the piano, because like especially in these smaller keyboards, everything's so close together. But on the guitar, I like playing just like so huge. That's like ginormous. It's like 7 frets or something. That's so many frets just to play. Or sorry, what did I say? Yeah. And so it's like, this is just like right here. So you can play all this like really close together stuff that's really impossible to play on the guitar. And really open stuff, it's like you'd have to play like, just to play like fifth. Like this is, a crazy shape on the guitar, and then you could just, I don't have another one. You can play so fast and so much. So I appreciate that about the piano, and I try to use that to its advantage, because I feel like the guitar does well with like big open triads and the fret triads and arpeggios and doing like fingerstyle stuff and more lush chords and 6/9 whatever, blah blah blah, like sharp 11. And the piano to me does fits so beautifully, and you can add nines and color stuff and the sustain pedals and the and then just kind of like the sonic textures that the piano provides is pretty awesome. So I think about that whenever I play piano and I play chords. I just think about like playing more open and allowing the other stuff to play, but I want the harmony to be there. And I feel like a lot of times that's when like the cool rubs happen, like I'm saying, like if okay, let's say that the guitar is playing this, but then the piano is like playing something like up here. Yeah. So like really all the notes that you're hearing is like in the chord. But like each instrument is playing like different parts, so like the guitar has the third, and the piano has the 9, and then the other part has the 6. So it's like, it all comes together. It's like a beautiful chord sandwich. Yeah, I like that. I might call that the video title, chord sandwich. But that's dope. That's dope. The chord sandwich, dude. Hit him with the chord sandwich. Because, it's all about the ranging, it's all about the instruments, and I think everybody has, like, their own special role when it comes to recording and songwriting and playing and performing and, all these things. So think about that whenever you're playing the piano this week. Just, like, how can you be ambiguous and, like, pretty and, lush? And where can you find the rubs? And how can you let the other instruments do the talking? You know what I mean? Like, how can you let the piano play the 9s and the guitars play the 3rds? Because that's when everything shines. I think when everybody starts playing the same notes, it gets real muddy real quick. It's cool in like rock and roll when everyone's playing a riff, but like, other than that, I don't know, jazz, solely. That's tight. But I don't know. That reminded me of Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. I don't know what song I was just singing though. If you know, you know. I don't know. It's some Charlie Parker song. Who knows? Whatever. It's alright. But you guys are great. I think I'm gonna sign off. I feel like I've been talking forever. It's probably like 45 minutes, but that's okay. We're trying to get some more watch time on these dang videos. Hit the like button, subscribe, go to freaking catboysound.bandcamp.com, Sapphire's Garden, Brother Brandon, Full House Big Band, the Fresh Alien Trio. We got a million bands out there. I should put them all like in a playlist or something and put them in a thing. But yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I think this is episode 5. I said at episode 10 I would get a guest, but I wanted to just like get better at talking about music, get more comfortable in front of the camera, and I think that's cool. So yeah, thanks for checking it out. Be sure to write 72 songs in 21 days. I believe in you. Peace out, fam. We're gonna make some music today. Boom.